Today marks the third day in court for Karmelo Anthony, a jury convicting him of murdering Austin Metcalf at a Frisco track meet last year.
Now Anthony is pushing for a new trial, and more explosive testimony could be expected today. Attorneys are revealing compelling new details that were not presented during the initial trial. Janelle Fort live for us at the Collin County Courthouse to break down what we've learned. Good morning, Janelle.
Good morning to you, Dia and Matt. Well, the big thing we learned yesterday is just how much information the jury never got to hear about either side in this case. And Anthony's attorneys argue that the way that evidence was handled changed the course of this trial. So Anthony's former trial attorney testified prosecutors and the defense had an informal agreement. Make this case about one thing: what happened underneath that tent at that track meet. Yesterday, though, we got our first real look at what the agreement kept out. The defense laid out 53 alleged incidents involving Austin and Hunter Metcalf, included repeated racial slurs, racist messages, and videos, and more. There was also damaging material involving Anthony that included a message to his girlfriend about stabbing someone and a photo of Anthony holding a gun. None of that ever made it in front of the jury, and the fight now is over what happened when that agreement started to break down. Anthony's former attorney testified prosecutors indicated the deal might not cover if Anthony were to take the stand, and says that left him with very little time to decide whether or not to testify. Anthony ultimately did not take the stand. Now, prosecutors say his original attorneys agreed to these rules and that all of this helped keep both sides in this with a fair trial. So the testimony is expected to pick back up here this morning, and the judge he'll have to decide whether or not what happened with that evidence is serious enough to warrant a new trial. I'll send it back to you in the studio.
All right, Janelle, thank you so much for staying on top of this morning. Keep it tuned to WFAA throughout the day as these appeal proceedings play out. You can also stay up to date by downloading our free streaming app.